Hey there, Hillary and Craig here for Live in Time of Cholera. And we're in Puerto Vallarta, beautiful Puerto Vallarta. This is not a fake background.
Right, it looks like a Zoom background.
It does, except it's real. And my hair's
real.
not being cut off. I don't have the I don't have the welcome back collar.
And my hair looks kind of good, I must say.
Yeah, it does.
A little bit, the highlights.
Highlights really shine in this environment, this lighting. Yeah, so we're enjoying ourselves, but we have a topic today that is a little bit still in the news, although it's sort of been played, but we have a different take than most people. It's about the Dave Chapelle show and the controversy and contratreps, and we have some things we're going to say about it.
A little late on it, but
a lot of the stuff we say, because it's fresh, we still bring a fresh perspective.
We do.
So let's do it.
So apparently in his routine he compared trans vagina, saying, it's not like real meat, it's Impossible Burger. It's like Impossible Burger.
Yeah, it was an analogy.
Right, and you know what? Okay, but I have, I guess, a real vagina, but it's ground chuck. Basically, it's like Spam. So, it's not like every woman's like a filet mignon. What are you talking about?
Real might be overrated.
Real and it's overrated. What's this deal with real and like born with it anyhow? Because if real was so important, why does every woman own a vibrator? Because they're not real. We don't want real, we want an orgasm.
We want a real orgasm.
Yeah, real, totally overrated.
Real is could be very overrated. That was at least a funny joke. He also, I think, had that joke, which I didn't think was quite as funny, because I did think the first one was funny.
Right. Insulting, but
funny. But the one about, I think, space Jews?
Oh, yeah, the people who are going to come back, people who were enslaved, but they come back and they take over the earth. And they're called space Jews, which was kind of hard to believe. I'm like, what did he say?
Yeah.
And then I realized, oh, no, William Shatner is a space Jew.
The real thing.
And then I'm like, oh, my God, it's true.
It's quite true. Yeah. And also, where did this whole, I think that was really funny, except he had this whole punching reference.
He justified the whole kind of insulting.
Kind of these are basically caca poo poo pee pee jokes. Except they were fun. They were funny, but then he had to take it to the next insulting. But
come on, hurtful, insulting.
Right.
I could see people, but he had to justify it
in some way.
Which is what he had to
something to do with
something
to do with punching, because I guess somehow the trans community as a whole had punched down on black people.
But someone in particular.
Well, it was black men, but then it was the evident. I guess the case he was pointing to was just one man, because I didn't think that trans people in general were insulting black men in general.
Right. This monolithic, but trans people. But he insulted the baby?
Did he insult an actual
trans
baby?
people were punching down on the baby.
They were punching the baby.
Now, was he a real baby?
Was he an actual infant? Now,
because
that would be mad about hitting an infant.
That is punching down.
That was really bad.
If you punch a baby, that's punching down.
Especially
if you don't support its head.
Its head, and it also has a soft spot. So
and then this punching up. First of all, okay, you just want to tell insulting vagina and dick jokes,
which is
you're have to justify it politically, with a political reason that doesn't even make sense, because it's punching up. Trans people are so high up the hierarchy that they're punching. This whole punching up and down does not make any sense anymore.
On the baby of all people,
nothing about it makes sense. It's I'm punching perpendicular, northeast, southwest, and I had to get on my GPS because I don't know which way I'm punching anymore.
Like I said, if you just told the joke and just said, I thought it was a funny joke, that's just me. I'm not the authority, but I thought it was a pretty funny joke. But then when he starts bringing
insulting.
But then when he starts bringing in the justification, I'm like,
right. But punching down, I just want to say,
I didn't buy it.
Everyone out there, just try to refrain from punching perpendicular or diagonal or northeast or into an acute angle.
Right.
So that's the message, and I think
and left and well, I think we're just going to leave with that message. all of you out there, whatever you do, do not actually punch babies, and no babies were punched.
No, that's the real message. Please.
Don't punch babies, and no babies were punched in the making of this video. And be well. We're alive in a time of cholera, and so are you.